All right, my friends, my day begins here in Flint, Michigan. I am at an amazing place. It is a Harley-Davidson dealership. It is a gigantic wall of glass, and they have got some of the nicest looking rides in there, but they got my girl. She's in for her oil change. She's in good hands. I got a couple oil changes ahead of me, so I got about an hour to mess around, and I'm going to do some editing. So you'll be able to catch up with what's been going on with me for the last week. Sorry, it's been a while since I've had a chance to upload something, but this ought to be a good one.
So the adventure starts with when I left Kansas City. The day I left, Abe Sinclair's children helped me to wash my motorcycle. We did this in years past, and it is always a gas. The kids are growing so fast. It is amazing. His little girl is just the cutest. It's amazing. But when we got the bike all washed, it was time for rides. And don't you know it, with the gleaming, sparkling, beautiful brand new Harley, it came time to give all the little kittlies a ride, and they loved it. They just loved it. I left Kansas City and headed to another corner of Missouri and ran into my friend Purple Pixie, who showed off her Duska pillow.
So I am now in the state of Illinois. I mean, look at this place. It's green, it's lush, it's nice. The freeways are good, well paved. Without my wonderful sister Giuseppe's help, boy, I would be in a world of hurt right now. She made me these sleeves to stop that from happening, and I'm going to use them. Thank you, Giuseppe. As I live and breathe, ladies and gentlemen, all caps Gary.
I'm not wearing your shirt.
That's all right.
Because it's in the wash.
It's a little bit of a, I wouldn't call it blustery, but just a calm, nice day. The wind is alleviating some of the humidity. But yeah, it is a beautiful day. Gary and I are sitting here in the back 40, just shooting the shit and having a good time. Having a good time hanging with my brother Gary.
Hey, I have finally got to hug my friend Zoso.
after 3 years.
And I'd hug him more, but I'm so crappily beat up and in a wheelchair, I couldn't squeeze him to where he could holler, "Let me go, you're good. I can't breathe."
Folks, I'm going to ask that you keep our brother Gary in your prayers. Such a great guy, such a giving guy. He would do anything for anybody, and he's got some very serious challenges. I mean, as I spoke to him, he's sitting there healing from a broken hip, which the ambulance people or somebody from the hospital mishandled him and broke it again. Please keep him in your prayers. A great, great man.
Folks, it's your brother's picking up some gas along the road. I'm here somewhere in Indiana, but I ran into this fine gentleman here. I want you to see his shirt. Is that how people generally feel in this area, do you think?
Yes.
That's the only shirt I've seen, and it's a beauty. Well, folks, I am here in Valparaiso, Indiana, where Libby and I have just arrived at the home of our dear friends Razor and CL Goober. You know her as Goobage. One thing I love about our sailors, they are loud and proud. Look at the front of their house. Trump 2024. This is me and my buddy Razor.
You can edit it.
No, I can't edit it. I want to thank you, my friend, for those disc golf frisbees. Those are the coolest freaking thing. My brother-in-law is envious of me now. I like having something that he's jealous of. It's very cool. Thank you so much, man. That Pink Floyd one, that hangs right on the wall of my studio, man. It's great. Very, very, very good to meet you. Well, after all this time, I get to introduce you to Goobage. Goobage, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
It is great to see you, kiddo. Nice to meet you in person after all this time. You'll be dropping in later on the Saturday rock shows then, just like the good old days.
Yeah, I will.
kiddo, we love you on the Round the Mystery Ship. Thank you so much.
Love you too.
Thank both of you guys for helping me out and putting me up. This is great.
No problem.
After leaving Goobage and Razor and doing another couple hours drive, I ran into just an amazing, beautiful, beautiful neighborhood in Indiana and rolled right down to the home of our dear friend BMG Kate. I'm telling you, the woman is as sharp and funny in person as she is in the chats. Just love our friend Bad. After rolling down the highway a wee bit more, I ran into a brother of ours, Syllabore.
So folks, I have made it actually to Indianapolis. And wouldn't you know it, when you wander around the streets of Indy, every now and then you run into a friend and look, Syllabore in the flesh.
What's going on?
How you doing, brother?
Good.
It is great to meet you guys.
Great meeting you.
This is the best part of my ride. Okay, meeting the people and just getting to shake hands with people that previously were. I mean, I appreciate the fact that you sent me video and you wear my shirt and all that jazz, but actually getting to meet and bullshit with the people for a while is the best part of this thing. Rob, thank you for taking the time, man.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
Especially driving through a storm just to get here.
Yeah, folks, you have no idea. I just
He
got
was a wet rat when he got here.
I got a soaking like you wouldn't believe.
Well, after another few hours of riding after meeting up with Syllabore and heading up deep into Michigan, I had the good fortune of running into our dear friend, Artist61. Yes, Steph herself met me at the door. It was awesome. It was amazing. She lives in the most gorgeous home, and it is almost a carbon copy of the house that I grew up in as a child.
Folks, this is where you really know who your friends are. Artist61 is here with me, and she's helping me wash and polish my bike, which was absolutely grungy when I got here. Thank you, my friend. You are wonderful. Oh, she's looking good. She's looking real good. Bike looks good, too. Folks, you get good days and bad days when you're out on the road. Literally anything can happen. This is one of those days that it started out, I was most hopeful. I thought it was going to be a great day after yesterday's humidity, which really, really kicked my butt. I didn't know what to expect today. And by 10 o'clock this morning, it was raining like there was no tomorrow. By the time I met Syllabore, I was literally a drowned rat. It was brutal. But you know, things have a funny way of working out in your favor sometimes. And by the end of day, here I am with our dear sister, Artist61. Yes, Steph is right here. And I'm pleased to tell you that it has been my pleasure to hang out with her for the last couple of hours. I've been admiring her beautiful home. Steph, thank you so much for your hospitality and your graciousness. It's been just fantastic to see you, sister. I got an added bonus when I arrived here tonight. It's just turned dark now. I go outside and there's fireflies. I haven't seen fireflies I know it's no big deal to you. You see them every year, but I haven't seen them in 50 some odd years. Every time you see them now, I want you to think of me.
Always. Always. But you crack me up. You're like a little kid with these things.
I really am. And she got me my Mexican Cokes. She had them waiting here for me. Thanks so much, sister. We freaking love you. We love you on the mystery ship.
No, I'm not kidding you, people. I sat outside in her yard last night in the dark. Now, this camera makes it look like it's still light, but I assure you, it is pitch dark. And I was looking for fireflies. I saw a couple, you'll see a couple of little flashes, and that's them. It might be silly, it might be childish, but I hadn't seen a firefly since I left New Jersey as a little kid, and I just got transported back in time. It was just so amazing. It was really special. I very much enjoyed hanging out with Artist61 and her mom and their beautiful, beautiful home. Now this morning I woke up hell-bent to make my way to the Harley dealer, and I stopped at a small convenience store on the way and ran into a group of bikers from Australia. These guys came over in a herd and rented Harleys, and they are currently touring the U.S. It was so much fun. I got to stop and chat with them for a minute.
Look at all these guys. They're getting ready to go on a ride. I'm just outside of Flint, Michigan. Across the street is one of the biggest Harley dealers around. Where are you all from? Are you all from this?
Australia and New Zealand.
Really? Wow.
Heavy duty motorcycle tours.
So-
So you got to follow that on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're doing
What-
53 days.
What's the name of it?
Heavy duty motorcycle tours.
All right.
Hey, look, we got this company right here.
Okay. So wait, you guys shipped your bikes over.
Rentals.
You rented them when you got here. That is phenomenal. And you're touring the U.S. the same way I am. Well, how many states are you hitting?
20.
Fantastic. Oh my God, that is amazing.
53 days and what are we, 34, 35 days in?
Wow.
Making our way to Sturgis.
Oh, you are? Okay. Fantastic.
Got up to Milwaukee for the 120 year
Oh, yeah.
celebration.
Fantastic. Wow. How many of there are you?
Well, we've got 25 now.
25?
32.
Oh, this is fantastic.
23 bikes.
How are you liking the American bikes?
They're just like American bikes in Australia.
That is great. I want to get a little look around. This is phenomenal, guys. Wow. What a great thing. 25 of you. That is respectable. Well, look at you. Man, that is awesome. Well, I'm gonna have to look up your program over there.
What's yours? What's your program?
So I'll show you.
All right.
My friends call me Zo. Z-O.
Right, you
My
send me yours and-
Hang in there, baby. And they're off, people. They are off to Sturgis. What an amazing thing to just run into. Never know what you'll find along the road.
So a short time later, after picking up my bike, I headed south towards Ohio and ran into Crazy Chuck with a K. What a great guy. A great dude. One of our Pilled
Well, I
Fox
want
old
you in
friends.
it. All right. So, folks, it's your brother Zo, and I have wandered into the little town of Toledo, and who would I run into but our brother Crazy Chuck with a K? And let me show you this work of art that he built this himself, people. Everything you see, all the chrome, all the custom grill, the vents, that's all this man's hands. Chuck, how the heck are you doing, man?
Doing good, Zo.
Let me go like this so I can get the both of us on.
I'm doing good, so.
It is a pleasure to meet you,
It's
my
a pleasure
friend.
to meet you. So
I'm
it's
really
unreal.
I'm glad that this worked out. You know,
Yes.
I try my best to meet as many people as possible. Sometimes it's just not feasible, but I'm certainly glad that I got to hang out with you, man. This is great. What a
It's my
car.
pleasure, too.
What a
Thank you.
Joe Elaine is going to love this. She's going to love this. She's got one of these.
After meeting Chuck, I jumped back on the freeway and headed south in Ohio and ran into another one of our friends.
I just had the most absolutely fantastic ride in all the way out Route 2, which follows the coastline of Lake Erie. And the cool breeze was coming on. It was the most enjoyable ride I have had on this entire trip. And wouldn't you know it, I get to a little town and I meet up with our buddy, John Rogers. John, let me get on this side. It is a pleasure to meet you, my friend. How's it
Pleasure
going?
to meet you too.
Oh, this is one of the original Franklies people. How are you doing these days, man? We've been pretty concerned about you. Are you feeling pretty good these days?
Doing good.
That's
Back
great.
on my feet.
Fantastic. It is great to finally get to meet the man, the myth, the legend, John Rogers.
Well, you know, folks, that pretty much wraps up my day for today. I am currently holed up in a, not the nicest hotel and not the nicest neighborhood, but hey, you do what you can when you can. I am not too far from Cleveland,
Tomorrow I'm going to take in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. My apologies go out to my buddy EO2 Dave. We had hoped that maybe we could somehow coordinate our schedules and hopefully go see it together. This has been, between the weather and the heat and it's just really been I'm flying by the seat of my pants, people. Flying by the freaking seat of my pants. So anyway, I'm going to go there tomorrow. I will share with you what I see, and I'm just going to throw out a little hint here. A little hint. There is the chance that you might see me cameo on somebody else's program tomorrow night. I'll leave that up to your vivid imaginations. Who airs on Sunday nights? We shall see. Love y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Your brother Zoe checking out in Elyria, Ohio. I think that's where I'm at. Good night.